So, here is the NFL playoff picture prior to Sunday week 15. So here we are. So the AFC, there are 7 teams with an available playoff spot. 7. We have the first in the hunt. In the hunt, teams would make the playoffs if the season ended today, which it doesn't. But there's 7 available playoff spots, and if the Denver Broncos win, they're almost guaranteed to be in the playoffs, regardless if they win or lose on Sunday against Green Bay. So, the Patriots, they're almost guaranteed to be in pretty much regardless if they lose to Buffalo or not, Buffalo Bills or not. Then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, if they beat the New York Jets on Sunday, they will advance. They will not guaranteed in, but they're in. And also have New England. If Denver and New England win, they are in, locked in. You know, they, I don't know about guaranteed locked in, but maybe there's like very small senior guys or not, but they're pretty much locked in. Jackson. Then we have Pittsburgh. Now Pittsburgh needs some help in the hope they need a win in Denver, or not Denver, if Baltimore lost to Baltimore Ravens lost to Cincinnati Bengals. You know, then I would put the Baltimore Ravens. I would put them 2 games ahead after week 15. So that would be huge. We have the Kansas City. We have the Los Angeles Chargers. No, they are 2 games. They're 2 games behind the Denver Broncos. Now for AFC West with 4 to go, they can still clinch it, but it's looking pretty hard to do that. But they're still on the bubble. The only team they were need to worry about is the Indianapolis Colts. They're past them. You know, so we'll see that one. The Buffalo Bills are pretty much in it, not in it, but they probably will be, regardless of win or loss. A loss would put them in a tough spot, though. You know, if Houston and Indianapolis win. So if Houston loses to Arizona and Indianapolis beats Seattle, they'll flip-flop, you know, as they're both tied. Houston would take the win. So we'll see how it goes. You know, Cincinnati, if they lose, they are out. If they lose, they're out. If they win, they still have hope. But Miami, if they win, it will still be in it because one team, it could be 10-7 in Houston or Indianapolis, will still be 9-5. Well, it could be So yeah, we could go 90. So and same with Kansas City in the NFC West, AFC West. Still hope they lose. No, they'll eliminate them for the most part, forced them into like tons of tiebreaker scenarios. They lose. Baltimore. So let's hope because of the AFC North. That's it. Um. So yeah, and then you have the Jets, Browns, Raiders, Titans eliminated. In the NFC, the Rams. They beat Detroit. They'll have the head-to-head tiebreaker over Detroit, and they'll be 8-6. And then they'll be 11. And the worst they could be is 11-6. So they would have the head-to-head tiebreaker over Detroit. So I put them in for sure. Green Bay, if they beat Denver, they're still in it. If they lose, they're still in the hunt. They're still in a good spot regardless if they win or lose. Denver is, or Green Bay is. You know, they still have to play Chicago. They could still play Chicago Bears. You know, for the division. So if they beat them twice, they could still have a really good shot to win the division. The Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles, are 8-5, but they still have really good hope. Right now, they just have to win the division over the Dallas Cowboys. The best the Dallas Cowboys can do is 10-6-1. But if Philadelphia wins on Sunday and Dallas loses, we have, like I said, the Philadelphia Eagles, if they already know 9-5 with the win over Las Vegas, which they have Kenny Pickett, former Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, and if they win, it puts them pretty much in good spot. Make the playoffs as a division winner. And I'm at qualifier by winning the division. So I put them in a very good spot. If they lose, if they win, regardless if they win or lose, I mean if they lose, though, Philadelphia loses too. The only thing is if Philadelphia loses to Las Vegas, and if Las Vegas Raiders in the Dallas Cowboys beat the Minnesota Vikings, then it would put a half game difference. Would put a half game difference. You know. So that would be very interesting. Now, if it would make it very interesting. And then now the Carolina Panthers. Now, if they beat New Orleans on Sunday, since Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost to New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons, the Carolina Panthers will have to win, and then it will still come down to who wins the Carolina-Tampa Bay game for the division. For the division week, not week 16 on Sunday. It'll come down to that, game. It'll still come down to that, who wins that for the division. But it can still, it's still going to be very interesting. And that's the Fox Carolina Fox game. That's going to be very interesting. Who wins the division? It's going to be very interesting. Honestly. It's going to be very, very interesting. With Seattle, if they beat Indianapolis, they'll be in it. Not guaranteed in. Just at 99%, not more than 99%, but they're pretty much locked in. They'll be pretty much guaranteed in. Not quite. There's still a chance they can be out, but it's pretty much almost for certain they'll be in. San Francisco, if they beat Tennessee, they have a 95% chance, so they'll be very good in there in the division. They'll be very top high, Jackie. There probably should be no problems with them winning. I don't see them having any problems not winning on Sunday. I mean, they could, but I doubt it though. There's always a chance. And then the Chicago Bears. Now the problem is with the Chicago Bears. If they lose to Cleveland, they have had times where they get up losses. Like they could have they almost won at Minnesota. Already they didn't have this. They almost gave it away though. They did. I mean, they almost gave away, but then Minnesota gave back down on the kick return, big kickoff return. So they'll win. I mean, if they lose, they're out. They lose, they still have, I mean, other teams to sneak in, like Detroit to sneak in. Could Tampa Bay sneak in even as a wild card. I mean, or Carolina. I mean, actually Tampa Bay or Carolina will be as a wild card or as a division winner. Then you have Dallas, thin chance sneak in. You maybe Minnesota thin chance sneak in depending on who wins that game. So you have a little bit more chances to get in. This team is out on the bubble. So, well, it's going to be interesting, what happens, and you'll know more as of Sunday. But man, I'm not surprised though. What's going on, I mean, it's not really too much of a surprise, like who's in, who's out. So now you know. It's pretty much not locked. Like the exact seed is not locked in, but to actually be in, to actually be in it, just to even make it as NEC is looking pretty good for most teams. There's even if some teams clinch on this Sunday, there's still gonna be a few more. There's still gonna be some deciders for week 16.